I sat down with Matthew Mercer to talk about the design intent behind Daggerheart. This video is sponsored by Start Playing. More on that later.
I feel like I can find my fantasy in every aspect of Daggerheart if I want to find it.
See, that's exactly what we hope for with this game. Like, on its face, you can play it as is, and it's totally functional as a system.
But within, like, you're not even having to homebrew.
Yeah.
That's the elegance of the system right now.
Yeah.
Is that's not even you homebrewing. That's the rules. You can do that.
As intended. That was the hope, is to, outside of homebrew, give you enough built-in utility and customization options that feel natural within the game's design that it's almost like training wheels to homebrew in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is your first RPG, and right out of the gate, we're showing you just how many ways you can kind of shift and change and make it your own. And then at a certain point you reach a boundary, here's a kit to show you how to open the rest of the way, everything the light touches, sort of moment. And it's a part of that kind of the merger of like old school game design philosophy and new school game design philosophy, which I think Spencer, Rowan, a lot of the design team has brought, of people who were, grew up on many old school games and have also immersed themselves in a lot of more narrative forward games, and kind of looking at all these different really amazing designs that exist in these little pockets and what parts of these games resonated with us, what things make them special, and how can we kind of refine these and take the best of them and more or less make the game that we wish we could play.
Yeah.
And so I'm very grateful that a lot of people out there seem to see it in the same light, which is great. It's not for everyone, and no game is for everyone necessarily, but I'm really happy that a lot of people have been enjoying it. And those that don't like it, maybe you'll find a table one day that'll at least make you like it a little more. But we have a lot of. Oh, no, what I was going to say is also part of the intent of its design was to be continuously expandable and modular, based on genre, based on style. We could down the road create domains that fit. You can customize what exists now.
Yeah.
We can create domains in like a sci-fi setting. We can create domains in that leans into more of a gothic setting. We can do all sorts of things with it and invite people to do that as well. And that was part of its initial base design. The dual domains per class, and having the classes ever expansive, and then each new domain introduced can pair with every other domain to create so many other different class options. Like it's a wild matrix of, oh God, I can see infinity, at a certain point. But that is something I'm really excited about.
Daggerheart's only been out there for a few months, but there's a tremendous interest in playing the game. And I'm getting into as many games as I can by using Start Playing. Start Playing is a great resource for people who want to find any type of game that they want to play, and they want to play right now. So you can search any type of game that you're looking for, any platform, any timing that works best for you. You can look at Game Master reviews. You can choose what type of platform that the game is played on, all on Start Playing. This is a tremendous resource. More than 80,000 players are using it. You get $10 off your very first game session on Start Playing by clicking on the link in this video description, playing Daggerheart or any other game on Start Playing. Now back to the interview.
It's very simple complexity. I don't know how else to put it, because when you stare at it long enough, you're like, okay, this makes sense for the rogue to have the midnight domain. Midnight domain makes sense to be part of the sorcerer. Mm-hmm. I love that wizards can resurrect people now. Mm-hmm. I've always been salty about this. The clerics just hoarding resurrection all the time. I'm glad that wizards can do it too now.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure some of these archetypes felt unique to Daggerheart. Some of them representing some of their classic inspirations in genre media that kind of just got lost over the years, and some of them just wanting to re-envision things from general expectations in a way that felt fresh. And also these 9 core classes for Daggerheart. I saw a lot of feedback like, this rogue doesn't feel like the rogue I'm used to playing, and it's like, it doesn't. It's intentionally, this is the Daggerheart rogue. And the one you like to play, now we can show is maybe a little closer to the assassin that we put on the Void. Yeah. If that's not there, hey, you want to make something?
Yeah.
Here's the homebrew kit. And we got plenty of cool things down the pipeline too. So.
And I was shocked by how quickly that playtest material started coming out. The moment you hit the ground running.
Oh man, I had the Dread domain built like a year and a half ago. like we couldn't stop ourselves from designing. Like that's kind of the thing. Like once we had built kind of the core game, we were like, cool, this is awesome. And we're refining it. Oh man, I have an idea for this weird domain. I'll build a couple cards, and all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. and I haven't slept, and I'm in design, building out a whole new domain. I have other domains that I've built that hopefully will be finished and polished enough to go on the Void in the future. We're all running with it just because the inspiration doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And that's really exciting. I too, I grew up playing many different systems, and there's things I love about each system, and it always felt like the system was an invitation.
Yeah.
You know, the game and the setting was an invitation, and then once you spend a little time with it, it's you finding a way to bend the system to the style of play that you and your table want to do. And no matter what table I went to, multiple different gaming groups over the years, different types of players, that kind of struggle was always part of it. And it was kind of a quiet, unspoken part of it. And it's not a bad thing either. Like, it's part of what makes homebrew such a fun thing for as long as it's been around, is you like, I like a lot of this, and the parts I don't like, I'm gonna break and tweak. And so a lot of, especially just through the experience of Critical Role and actual play kind of continued to emerge, it kind of fine-tuned and put into focus for us as players the things we really loved about the tabletop gaming experience. And we, with our publishing wing of Darrington Press starting to grow to an extent that we had some wonderful talent come to us, like Spencer and Rowan, and us having conversations about what could we bring to the space that would feel unique and facilitate exactly what we want to see out of a game. And so the conversation wasn't to replace anything out there, but to just bring our own flavor to it, because let's be honest, more systems make for a healthier industry.
Yeah.
You know, more options are out there because we all learn from each other. More people can gravitate towards one thing that's new that they like, or it can reaffirm what they appreciate of things they already play. And it just makes more opportunities for people to engage. And I love that.
And inspire. I mean, look at what's happening right now with movies. You know, like Fantastic Four and Superman. You know, that competition breeds more success for everybody else.
Exactly.
And innovation. Otherwise, things can get very stagnant.
Yes, they can. And so that was a lot of the impetus of this, but a lot of it was trying to facilitate that sort of play of like, how can we build a system that lends itself to cinematic flow, to yes-anding, to building and running the ups and downs of stakes and pace, but still have enough crunch and customization and the things that I love from all the games that I've played throughout the rest of my life, and many of us have as well. So it makes me happy to hear that's what you and other people have been getting out of it, because that was very much the intent of its creation. Along with us building it in a way that it could continue to be homebrewed and changed for all the things about Daggerheart that don't work for some tables. We're being very upfront and hopefully supportive in, cool, here are how you can do that.
A big thank you to the Darrington Press team for having me at their offices, getting to interview them about the future of Daggerheart, getting to see a lot of familiar friends, and also just getting to kind of like absorb kind of the energy and the momentum that is behind Daggerheart right now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. That all helps videos like this perform better in the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. Also, if you want to see more content like this, check out my Patreon. You can get early access to interviews, see behind the scenes footage, quirky photos on set, all kinds of content. That's all available on my Patreon. There is going to be a whole lot more content around Daggerheart, around the tabletop industry coming up. And if you want to get early access to that and help support more content like that, Patreon is a great way to do that. And I am also now creating playtest materials myself for a number of game systems as well as Daggerheart. So I'm really excited for the future of this game and other games as well. I'm Todd Kenreck. Thank you so much for watching.